Good morning. Now, yesterday we talked about the different type of the liquid crystals like pneumatic liquid crystal, smectic liquid crystal, cholesteric liquid crystal. So, all these liquid crystals are thermotropic liquid crystal. Means we can prepare these liquid crystals by heating. For example, if we heat para-hydroxyanisole at 116 degrees centigrade, you will get a turbid state, or you can say mesomorphic state, and pneumatic liquid crystals are prepared, and they have a specific character, which we talked about the specific character of the pneumatic. Secondly, smectic liquid crystal. Smectic liquid crystals are slippery, means one layer of the liquid crystal can slide over another liquid crystal layer. Smectic means soap-like, and already we have discussed about the characteristics of the smectic liquid crystal. They are arranged in layers. Now, today we shall discuss about the cholesteric liquid crystals. Cholesteric liquid crystal is the combination of pneumatic as well as smectic. This is the smectic, this is pneumatic, smectic and pneumatic like this. So this smectic phase, it enhances the color effect. So here there are some organic compounds, optically active compounds such as cholesterol benzoate, cholesterol chloride, cholesterol formate. These compounds give cholesteric liquid crystal on heating. So here I say some optically active compounds which show pneumatic behavior, but at the same time they show a strong color effect in polarized light. So this cholesteric liquid crystal, they show color effect in polarized light, and this color effect of the cholesteric liquid crystal help in the application of the cholesteric liquid crystal in different type of the application we shall discuss later on. So in this way, simply you can say cholesteric liquid crystals are arranged in layers. These are the layers, arranged in layers of pneumatic and smectic. This is the pneumatic and this is the smectic. And these layers are very thick in comparison to the smectic liquid crystal. You know, smectic liquid crystals are also arranged in layers. But when the symmetric layers are in cholesteric form, so layers become very thick. So in this way, you can have an idea about the cholesteric liquid crystals. Now we can understand about the different types of application of the liquid crystals. Nematic liquid crystal, smectic liquid crystal and cholesteric liquid crystal. Now, as we have discussed about the cholesteric liquid cholesteric liquid crystals are consist of pneumatic behavior as well as smectic behavior. It is helical. Helical, helical means like this. This is the helix, helical structure. Now we shall discuss about the different applications of the liquid crystals. So these are the applications. Just see, pneumatic liquid crystals are used in electronic display instruments like calculators and wristwatch. Everybody is aware of the calculator and wristwatch used in latest scenario. So digital, you can say digital application. So here in calculator, pneumatic liquid crystals are used. Wristwatch, you can use pneumatic liquid crystal. So you can understand why pneumatic liquid crystals are used. If you remember that I told you that pneumatic liquid crystals can very easily align with the electric field. And this is why we can use pneumatic liquid crystals in calculator and wristwatch, etc. So this is one of the application of the pneumatic. Cholesteric liquid crystals, they are used to detect tumor in the body by thermographic method. Tumor, extra growth of the cell in the body. Tumor means extra growth in the human and animal body. There is a cell growth in normal way, but if there is some abnormality in the growth of the cell, we get localized tumors. So doctors, how can doctor identify or detect tumor in the body? Tumor may be malignant or non-malignant. Malignant means cancerous. So first of all, in thermographic method, for detecting tumors in the body, we use cholesteric liquid crystal. Why cholesteric liquid crystals? Because cholesteric liquid crystals have a strong color effect depending upon the temperature. So here we can use cholesteric liquid crystal to detect tumors in the body. Third application, liquid crystals are used as a lubricant. So which liquid crystal? Smectic. Smectic. As we know that smectic liquid crystals are arranged in layers like this, layers like this. This is the one layer, you can say. This is one layer. This is another layer. This is another layer. These are the liquid crystals. So one layer can very easily slide over another layer because there is a very small van der Waals type of the force, very weak force between each layer, and therefore smectic liquid layers can slide over, and therefore we can use liquid crystals as a lubricant. Lubricant. Everybody knows what is meaning of the lubricant. Lubricant means which can reduce frictional force. There are so many types of the lubricants, you know. Solid lubricants, liquid crystal lubricant, semi-solid lubricants like grease, solid lubricant like graphite, liquid lubricants, oil. So there are different types of the lubricant. So one of the application of the liquid crystal is to be used as a lubricant. So here lubricant is also one of the important application. Liquid crystals are used to measure skin temperature. Skin. There are two types of the temperature. Commonly, we measure body temperature by the thermometer, the common clinical thermometer, you know, clinical thermometer. Either put thermometer in the mouth for small kids, children, we put in the side of the arm and measure the body temperature either in Celsius or in Fahrenheit. But skin temperature, this is the skin. So how to measure the skin temperature? So the instrument which can measure the skin temperature, so there is a difference between body temperature and skin temperature. So here the instrument which is used to measure the skin temperature, we use liquid crystals in the instrument. Next, liquid crystals are also used in laser writing board. Yesterday I told you that smectic liquid crystals are used in laser writing board. Here, liquid crystals are also used in making fast switching display. Fast switching, on off, very fast switching. So in the very fast switching, you can use liquid crystal in the fast switching display. So in this way, we can explain the liquid crystal. So particularly in examination, if it is asked what are liquid crystals, then you can explain liquid crystals are mesomorphic state or mesomorphic phase, that is the phase or state of the matter in between solid and liquid. Different type of the liquid crystal, nematic, thread-like, they are parallel arranged. Second is the smectic liquid crystal, which are arranged in layers, soap-like, slippery. And third is the cholesteric, means color imparting liquid crystal, that is a nematic liquid crystal having smectic behavior, showing smectic behavior, and the combination of a smectic and nematic gives you another type of the liquid crystal. For example, cholesterol. Everybody knows that cholesterol, organic molecule present in blood. So cholesterol on heating can change into cholesterol liquid crystal. So this is all about the liquid crystal. Now just this is one part, this is one part. Now in this way we can explain our liquid crystal. Now second part we shall discuss about the another topic, that is known as the graphite. Graphite. Now next topic is the graphite. Actually, graphite is nothing but the arrangement of the carbon atom in two dimensions. We know different allotropic form of the carbon, like coal, charcoal, diamond, graphite, fullerene, etc. So all these are allotropic form of the carbon. Allotrope means same chemical behavior but different physical character. Just you see, diamond is very hard. So what is diamond? Diamond is tetrahedral arrangement of the carbon. Tetrahedral arrangement of the carbon. Just see here. Carbon, 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 carbon. Diamond. Diamond. Hard. Very hard. Hard. In case of graphite, carbons are arranged in two dimensions. This is the three-dimensional arrangement. In graphite, you will find there is a two-dimensional arrangement. We shall discuss about the structure of the graphite later on. So just for concept, I have told you that graphite is nothing but it is the allotropic form of the carbon, like diamond, fullerene. Fullerene you also know. So there are some property of the graphite. This is the color, dark gray color. Graphite has a dark gray color. It is one of the allotrope of the carbon like diamond. But there is a metallic luster. Metallic luster. So graphite is a dark gray, allotropic form, and it has metallic luster. Luster का माने हुआ चमक. आप जानते हो पेंसिल के अंदर ग्रेफाइट का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. तो ग्रेफाइट पेंसिल को आप अगर काटते हो तो उसमें एक विशेष प्रकार की चमक होती है, उसी प्रकार की जिस तरह से मेटल के अंदर एक चमक होती है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज सेड दैट graphite has a metallic luster. Second thing, graphite is a soft. We make it hard. Artificially we make it hard. So originally graphite is soft and greasy to touch. ग्रेफाइट को आप टच करोगे तो जिस प्रकार से आपको ग्रीस जैसा टच महसूस होता है, एग्जैक्टली यू कैन फील ग्रीजी टच of the graphite. So it is soft. So yeah, it is greasy. As we know that when we write anything on the paper, it leaves a black mark. So pencil leaves a black mark. So we say that graphite can also leave black mark on the paper. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. We shall discuss how graphite behave as a good conductor of electricity, while diamond is bad conductor. Diamond is insulator, you can say. Insulator. Diamond is insulator, while graphite is conductor. How it can conduct electricity, we shall discuss. It has high strength and good chemical stability. Graphite is chemically stable substance. There is no effect of dilute acid and dilute alkali, but no doubt graphite can be oxidized. So chemical stability of the graphite is only in non-oxidizing atmosphere. Non-oxidizing atmosphere means absence of air, absence of oxygen, or any chemical substance which has oxidizing character. So in presence of non-oxidizing atmosphere, in absence of non-oxidizing atmosphere, graphite has chemical stability, means it does not interact chemically. Next character of the graphite, it has high thermal stability. Thermal stability means, you know, if you heat coal, it will change into carbon dioxide and generate heat. But this graphite, it can also burn in air, giving heat and carbon dioxide. But the stability is up to 3500 degrees centigrade. So thermal speed, it is very thermally, it is stable up to this much temperature. thermal expansion coefficient is low. You know, in case of metal, if temperature is increased, metal expands because of the high thermal expansion coefficient. So in case of graphite, there is a low thermal expansion coefficient. Next, it has high resistance to thermal shock. Thermal shock, you know, if we give thermal shock to the material, it can break very easily. But here, graphite is resistant to thermal shock. Next, it has high adsorption capacity of the gases. Graphite has high capacity to adsorb, not absorb, adsorb. हिंदी में एडजॉर्ब का माने अधिशोषण। सरफेस पे जो एडजॉर्प्शन होता है वो गैस का होता है आसानी से, तो इट कैन गिव एंड दिस इज व्हाई दिस ग्रेफाइट हैज बीन यूज्ड इन एयर प्योरीफायर इंस्ट्रूमेंट, एयर प्योरीफायर इंस्ट्रूमेंट। तो बिकॉज ऑफ द हाई adsorption capacity of the graphite for gases, it has been used in air purifier instrument. Now we shall discuss about the structure. Someone can ask that graphite is either naturally occurring or synthetic, both way. Naturally occurring graphite is called as the beta graphite, while synthetic graphite is called as alpha graphite. So there are two types of the graphite. One is the naturally occurring graphite and second is the synthetic graphite, that is also called as the alpha graphite. Now we shall discuss about the structure of the graphite. Just see structure. So in structure, just see here, this is the structure. Carbon atom, carbon, carbon, carbon. So these are the hexagonally arranged. I have shown here this carbon atom or all carbon atom, their atomic orbitals are hybridized. How hybridization take place? Suppose this is the ground state of the carbon, you know, valency electron in carbon, they are distributed 2 electrons in s atomic orbital and 2 electrons in p atomic orbital. So in excited state, 1 electron of the s moves to p orbital and we get this type of the electronic arrangement in excited state of the carbon. Now s orbital and 2 out of 3, 2 mix together and form hybrid orbital, and this is called as the sp2 hybrid orbital. And this is the pure orbital containing 1 electron. The arrangement of the hybrid orbital, sp2 hybrid orbital, is trigonal. Trigonal. This is the arrangement. This is the hybrid orbital, carbon atom, hybrid orbital, and hybrid orbital. So all three hybrid orbitals containing one electron. Just see here. This is the carbon atom. It has one sp2 hybrid orbital, second sp2 hybrid orbital, and third sp2 hybrid orbital. So all three hybrid orbitals they form covalent bond with the neighboring atom. This is the neighboring atom, this is the neighboring atom. It has like this, you can say this is the hybrid orbital, this is the hybrid orbital. So covalent bond is formed. Similarly, you can see here like this hybrid orbital, it can form covalent bond. So there is a covalent bond formation between the neighboring. How many neighboring atoms are arranged in graphite? Three. Because there are only three hybrid orbitals containing single electron to form the covalent bond. So coordination number of each carbon in graphite is 3. Means there are three neighboring carbon atoms like this. So this is the one feature. Carbon atoms are arranged hexagonally. You can say carbon atoms are arranged hexagonally. Carbon atoms, carbon atoms are arranged hexagonally. Hexagonally. You see hexagonal, all carbon atoms are hexagonally arranged. Number 2, this is one layer and this is another layer, third layer. So there are different number of the layers and each layer of the graphite is called as graphene. So this is one layer, two-dimensional, 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 two-dimensional. This is two-dimensional. So these are the graphene. So what is the distance between two graphene? This is the 3.4 angstrom. This is the 3.4 angstrom. So distance between two graphene 3.4 angstrom. So distance between two layer of graphite 3.4 angstrom. Now second question, what is the bond length? Means what is the distance between one carbon and one carbon atom? 1.42 angstrom. So third, bond length of carbon-carbon bond in graphite is 1.42 angstrom. Now there is a very weak force between all these layers, graphene. So for there is weak van der Waal force. Van der Waal force between graphene. Between graphene. So graphene, and this is why this graphite behaves as a good lubricant, because one layer can slide over another. Now second characteristic, is the electrical conductivity. Just see here, I told you that these are the bonding sp2 hybrid orbital, sp2 hybrid orbital, sp2 hybrid orbital. So it can form bond, it can form bond, it can form bond. But what about this? This molecular orbital is pure. It is pure, having unpaired electron. So like this, one electron. Here, like this, one electron. So in this way, there is a electron cloud which can move throughout the graphene. So it is not bonded electron, it is the free electron, and therefore it can move very easily. And this is why graphite behaves as a good conductor. So in this way, in short, you can have an idea about the graphite consists of carbon, the two-dimensional arrangement, hexagonal two-dimensional arrangement. There are different layers called graphene, and there is a weak van der Waals force between layers. Distance is 3.4 angstrom. Carbon-carbon bond length is 1.4 angstrom. So in this way, you have very clear idea about the structure of the graphite. So if anyone can ask about the structure, you have to explain all these points, the structure will be clear. Thank you very much.